On the hour, rugbyleague.com news. Brought to you by Thomson Reuters, the global leader for news.
In our Saturday night broadcast match from Perpignan, Catalans snapped a 6-game losing streak to beat Castleford 38-4. 3 tries to Rémi Smith and 1 each to Alrix da Costa, Guillermo Aspero Biche, Luke Keary and Fuad Yaha. 4 goals to Aspero Biche and 1 to Paul Seguier. The lone try for Castleford to debutant Alfie Lindsay. Half-time, it was 10-4 to the Dragons. And according to coach Joel Tompkins, all eyes are now on next week's game against his alma mater of Wigan, a game which holds very special significance for a number of members of the team.
There'll be a lot of players who's been at the club for a long time. It'll be their last game at this stadium. You know, Fuad Yaha and the like. Fuad is the top try scorer in the club's history. So yeah, you know, it'll probably be a pretty emotional night for a lot of players. No, it's a big thing for the club, the last game of the season at home and against Wigan.
Meanwhile, in a championship match played Saturday, it was a 30-14 win for Widnes over Featherstone at Featherstone. In Perpignan, this is Steve Mascord for rugbyleague.com. Now with the rest of today's news, here's Jason Costigan.
Thanks, Steve. Parramatta have caused a major upset in the NRL, belting the Sydney Roosters 30-10. At halftime, the Eels up 14-4 after Union convert Mark Nwanganita-Waze was denied what looked to be a fair try for the Tricolours. In fact, the on-field decision was try, but the bunker thought otherwise. The Roosters now stuck on 28 points, inside the 8, just. On the Gold Coast, the Warriors consolidated their place in the top 4, defeating the Titans 32-18. The Wars up 18-6 at the break, with 2 late tries to the Gold Coast adding some respectability to the final score. And in the first of the NRL matches on Saturday, Manly beat the Dolphins 58-30 in a high-scoring affair at Brookvale. The Sea Eagles led 22-10 at half-time and finished up scoring 10 tries to 5 to mathematically stay in the hunt for a finals berth. The Eagles now on 26 points alongside the Finns, 2 points behind the Roosters. In the Queensland Cup at the North Ipswich Reserve, the Sunshine Coast Falcons defeated the Jets 30-12 at Bishop Park. Burleigh beat Norths 30-22. Over on the Bayside, Winner Manly whacked the PNG Hunters 32-10. And in the Garden City of Toowoomba, the Tigers too good for the Western Clydesdales 40-20. In the New South Wales Cup at Redfern, Canberra defeated South Sydney 38-26. At Lidcombe, the Bulldogs beat Western Suburbs 40-18. At St Mary's, the Dragons pipped Penrith 31-30. And across the Tasman, the Warriors smashed Parramatta 54-4. In the Ron Massey Cup, week 1 of the semi-finals at Ringrose Park, Wenty 26-8 over Glebe. And at Laybutt Field, Wright Eastwood 36-22 over Mounties. In Queensland, they had the grand final in the beef capital of Rockhampton. Yeppoon toppling last year's premiers Emu Park 32-16. 180 kilometres west of Rocky in the railway town of Bluff in the Central Highlands Grand Final. It was the Rabbitohs who reigned supreme. Bluff, the Bunnies, hammering Middlemount Panthers 38-6. And the Central Burnett Grand Final at Biggenden, the Warriors now celebrating after they defeated Gayndah 18-10. And finally up in the Gulf at Normanton, the Mornington Island Raiders, congratulations to them, they lifted the trophy after beating the Stingers 18-8. Jason Costigan reporting for rugbyleague.com.